This is KGW News at Sunrise.
The players said, hey, we want you guys here. We want you to support us. So that's what we're here to do. We're certainly not here to support ownership.
The Thorns are going to the championships. Fans showed up to support the players, but made it very clear they still want owner Merritt Paulson to sell the team.
There's nothing else, nothing nefarious.
Hundreds of protesters and counter-protesters gathered outside a bar in Eugene during a drag queen story time for kids. Protesters have issue with an 11-year-old performer, while supporters say that event was family-friendly. Plus.
And Halloween is officially now 1 week away. So to get into the Halloween spirit, we're doing some costume shopping on this Monday morning. We are live at the Goodwill store on Southeast Grand Avenue in Southeast Portland. This is my first costume of the morning, gang. I don't want to reveal all the costume because I want to save that for our first big segment at 5:15. This is just a hint.
Scarecrow?
I'm a cartoon character, semi-famous. I know who the character is, but Eric, my photographer this morning, never heard of this character. Can you guess who I am?
All right, he's leaving us with a riddle.
We'll have to think about it. I mean, are we supposed to guess now, or is he gonna? I guess we are. I don't know, Drew. What about you, Rod?
I'm not going to tell you now, so you can guess all you want. I will tell you at 5:15.
Yeah, we can just noodle through.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Mr. Carney. Nicely done.
Yeah,
I want to say good morning, everybody. It is a Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. You've got a little time between now and 5:15
to figure it
try
out.
and figure it out.
Yeah, if Eric is there and he has no idea, trust me, I have no idea. Here's a look at Doppler radar this morning. We have pretty steady, well, it is steady, not pretty steady, it is steady, over downtown Portland. So far, not a lot of rain down in Salem, but that will be picking up during the morning hour. So count on a wet morning commute in. 50 is the early morning number. Winds are generally pretty light right now. So a rainy start, raincoat day, raincoat Monday at the bus stop, if you will. Still raining at noon, 54. There's a front that comes in about noon to 1 o'clock. That'll break everything into scattered showers. But there could be some downpours out there later when the kids get out of school to be about 55 degrees.
Okay, that October weather. Thank you, Rod.
We needed them to show up tonight, and we know obviously it's been a tough year for the players and for the fans, but for them staying in the stands and really supporting us is really why we've been able to pull through this game.
It was pure elation at Providence Park Sunday. The Portland Thorns outplayed the San Diego Wave, earning themselves a trip to the National Women's Soccer League Championship game. Yesterday's semifinal game was the Thorns' first match since an investigation uncovered a toxic culture of abuse within the Thorns organization. It led to a shakeup in leadership and calls for owner Merritt Paulson to sell both the Thorns and Timbers. Our Mike Benner was at Providence Park to see how fans are responding.
The scene outside Providence Park more than 2 hours before kickoff against San Diego. The Thorns faithful showing love to the players as they arrive for the big semifinal match.
I hope they can feel it because it's a lot that they've been through and that this whole community's been through, and I hope they feel the love.
That enthusiasm carried over to game time. The atmosphere inside the stadium, electric, with a trip to the National Women's Soccer League Championship on the line.
It's important for me to be here for the players. That's what the players said that they wanted. So, I've been a season ticket holder since the first season. So, I've been through the ups and downs with this club.
The downs she's referring to is why there was no telling how many fans would show up Sunday. But in the end, they showed up for their Thorns, and they did so in a big way.
They need our support. They need each other. They need to know that they're loved and valued.
And perhaps that's never been more important than it is right now. Less than 2 weeks removed from Merritt Paulson removing himself as CEO of the Thorns and Timbers, the shakeup at the top of both soccer clubs came after an international law firm released the findings of a months-long investigation into allegations of abuse in the NWSL. The investigation revealed a toxic culture of sexual, emotional, and verbal abuse across the league and within the Thorns organization. Former coach Paul Riley was to blame for a lot of that. But the investigation also showed patterns of misconduct by Merritt Paulson and front office staffers Gavin Wilkinson and Mike Golub, who have since been dismissed.
We as the fans, I think as a whole, are calling for change in ownership if that's something that we can put pressure on them to do. But the players said, hey, we want you guys here. We want you to support us. So that's what we're here to do. We're certainly not here to support ownership.
That much was clear with all of the for sale signs in the stands. Whether Poulsen eventually caves to that public pressure remains to be seen. What is clear is that Sunday was all about supporting the players on the pitch, and it paid off. The Thorns' Crystal Dunn putting one in the back of the net with mere minutes left in regulation.
We support these players. They've been incredible through a lot of stress and just turmoil.
No doubt about it, the players have been through a lot, but fans suggest to me they too have been through a lot these last few weeks. The Thorns punching their ticket to the NWSL championship game is certainly special for players and fans alike. Reporting at Providence Park, I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
Now to Eugene, where an 11-year-old girl and her family are getting death threats after she performed at a drag queen story time at a local pub.
Yeah, dozens of people rallied against the event and roughly 200 counter-protesters showed up too. The demonstrations around Old Nick's pub shut down roads in that area for hours. Police say there were fights, people threw things, at least one person was pepper sprayed, another person taken to the hospital. People criticized the event on social media after posts said the 11-year-old would be a featured performer.
You don't see trans story hour, you don't see gay man story hour, lesbian story hour. You just see drag queen story hour. And I believe this is about the sexual citizenship of children that they're fighting for.
There's nothing else, nothing nefarious, nothing, the drag queen might do a lip sync number to like a Disney song, but that's kind of the extent of the event.
The 11-year-old's family released a statement on Thursday before the event saying she's been performing for several years and was excited to take part in the event.
Other headlines this morning: a Camas man was found dead on the Pacific Crest Trail. His name was Nicholas Wells. The Hood River County Sheriff's Office says his wife reported him missing Friday night when he didn't come home from a trail run. Crews conducted an extensive search and found Wells' body at the bottom of an 80-foot cliff about a mile from the freeway just after 1 o'clock yesterday morning. In Leavenworth, a black bear attacked a woman in her driveway when she walked outside to let her dog out Saturday morning. The woman managed to fight off the bear and drive herself to the hospital. We're told her injuries are not life-threatening. Authorities say the female bear had 2 cubs nearby, and that may be why she attacked. The bear was put down and her cubs were taken to a wildlife rehabilitation facility. While the rain is helping Clark County crews fight the Nakia Creek fire, it's now 43% contained and holding steady at just over 1,900 acres. All evacuation orders have been lifted. Officials suspect fireworks may have started the fire. They're looking for 2 men and 2 women who may be connected to a light-colored Subaru. They have a photo of the car. It was taken Sunday, October 9th, the day the fire started. Anyone with information should contact the Clark County Fire Marshal's office. And those are some of your Monday headlines.
And take a look at this. There was a tornado near Sandy. The National Weather Service says it hit in Cherryville, that's between Sandy and Mount Hood Village, at about 4:45 Saturday night. It was a pretty weak one, but caused some minor damage. What you're looking at right now is drone footage of that area. The tornado traveled just under a mile and was about 250 yards wide. It's been categorized as an EF0 tornado, meaning it's the weakest type of tornado that hit speeds ranging 65 to 70 miles per hour. Gosh, always news when we're talking about a tornado touching down, even if it's an EF0.
Yeah, Saturday was kind of those what I call rock and roll weather days. We had the possibility of hail and scattered downpours, and we had some lightning strikes offshore. There was also nickel-size hail reports down in Clackamas County. And it's a reminder, if you see hail that's unusually large for your area, which nickel-sized hail is, that means it's pretty unstable out there. You should kind of keep eyes on what's going on.
Get inside.
Yeah, there you go. Here's a look at the radar out there right now. Today we have light winds currently. We have rain moving in. On the back of all this is a cold front. That front comes in between noon and 1. So I think it'll be steady rain more than that this morning until that front comes in. Then we'll break into scattered showers. Again, the rain is slowly dropping more and more to the south. It's mostly kind of light, gentle stuff out there with light winds at this hour. But winds could become noticeably breezy at times today, talking to maybe 25 miles per hour. 50 in that story, the same in Salem and Portland. It's dry where shower chances come to life this afternoon out east. Look at the 20s. Burns now down to 22. Here's the way Futurecast shows it. Wet commute in, count on that. So, wet roadways, highways tend to be a little bit slower coming in. This is 8:30 this morning, and then here we are at noon. Now this shows the front starting to push the rain out of here. And again, in the afternoon hours, we get into a scattered shower pattern. Not incredibly unstable, but could be some spotty, heavier showers around. I think we're dry tomorrow morning, and then we start a shower chance around noon on Tuesday, but the main event tomorrow comes in late afternoon, early evening. Here shows the 4 o'clock with the heavier rain now moving over the Coast Range, and then 7 o'clock coming into Portland. So that's Tuesday evening. Hey, we picked up, did you hear that? 7 inches of snow at Timberline and Meadows with that weather system we had on Saturday. Still on the ground, our Timberline live camera. There is a concern that as the moisture starts to move into government camp, temperatures will be around freezing this morning. If that's the case, there could be some freezing rain before government camp eventually warms up above. Timberline will get a little bit more snow today, tacked on. We have temperatures in the 50s in the valley, similar numbers up through southwest Washington. Again, the morning rain breaking into scattered showers. Tomorrow, most of the rain comes in late day, evening. Wednesday, an early shower, otherwise a dry day. Thursday starts off dry, and then afternoon rain. Notice every 24-hour period has a rain chance. We call that normal. That's what we call it. Normal. Hey, Drew Carney, let's go to the opposite of normal. He's out there celebrating Halloween at Goodwill.
Wow. Hello there, Rod Hill. We are live this morning at Goodwill, and we are doing some last-minute Halloween costume shopping. In 2 minutes, I will reveal my first costume of the morning. Oh, you want to see it now? You can't wait 2 minutes? You want to see it now? I'll tell you what. You're going to have to be quicker than that on a Monday morning. We will have more Halloween fun coming up from Goodwill next here on Sunrise.